Hello, guys. I am your good friend, the broadcaster of the Great Kim Empire. Today, we are going to discuss education in North Korea. Before we begin, same as always.
Hail the fat guys in North Korea!
Education in North Korea is unique and distinct from the rest of the world. Besides teaching common subjects like literature, science, and arts, North Korea's education also includes gratitude education. For most people around the world, gratitude education is an unfamiliar term. Gratitude education is a complex system that combines the whole school and society system of North Korea. It's a complicated system, but to explain it, it's simple. It's a political course that teaches personality worship. Gratitude education is the major reason why many North Koreans genuinely idolize the first, second, and third great leaders, as North Korea strictly controls external information, making the populace's knowledge heavily reliant on internal education and environment. Gratitude education begins as early as kindergarten. The first lesson every North Korean child receives is to memorize the birthdays of the first great leader Kim Il-sung and the second great leader Kim Jong-il. During certain holidays, kindergartens distribute gifts and snacks to children, then children have to loudly thank the first and second great leaders and bow to their photos before eating the snacks. From an early age, children are indoctrinated with the belief that North Korea is the happiest country in the world and that this happiness comes from the first, second, and third great leaders. In elementary school, the curriculum includes lessons about the childhood deeds of the first and second great leaders. Interestingly, the titles of the Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il in textbooks have changed several times. Initially, they were referred to as Beloved Leader Great Marshal Kim Il-sung and Great Leader Marshal Kim Jong-il, with Kim Il-sung as Great Marshal and Kim Jong-il as Marshal. Later, their titles were changed to Great Leader for both. After some time, they became Great Chief Great Marshal Kim Il-sung and Great Leader Great Marshal Kim Jong-il, with both receiving the Great Marshal title. The most recent textbooks settled on Beloved Chief Great Marshal Kim Il-sung and Great Leader Great Marshal Kim Jong-il. Confusing, right? Even North Koreans find it confusing, so they generally refer to Kim Il-sung as Great Marshal, Kim Jong-il as General, and Kim Jong-un as Marshal, adding an honorific suffix in Korean. As of now, elementary school textbooks do not yet cover the deeds of Kim Jong-un, but it is expected to be included soon. Most of this great leader content appears in literature classes and socialist ethics courses, with many texts requiring full memorization, teaching North Korean students to be grateful to the great leaders from a young age.
달리던 승용차를 멈추시고 아이들의 밥과까지 열어보시던 그 사랑 오늘도 우리 가슴에 뜨겁게 흘러듭니다. 잊을 수 없습니다.
North Korean elementary schools also hold sports events, with interesting and unique games like Kick the Bottle Race and Beat the American Invaders. In the Kick the Bottle Race, children hold a long stick with a short string attached to the other end, with a small wooden piece tied to the string. They run a straight line, attempting to drop the wooden piece into the mouth of a glass bottle without using their other hand, and then lift the bottle and run back to the finish line. The Beat the American Invaders game involves children holding a wooden gun about their height, running towards a cartoonishly large-nosed American soldier target, knocking it down, and then running back, repeating the process several times. School exhibitions often portray American soldiers as both cruel and stupid, which raises a paradoxical point. If the enemy is cruel and powerful, they can't be stupid, and if they're stupid, they couldn't be powerful enough to defeat you unless you're even more foolish. In middle school, textbooks shift to the revolutionary history of Beloved Chief Great Marshal Kim Il-sung and Great Leader Great Marshal Kim Jong-il. North Korean middle schools are similar to other Asian countries but differ from Western countries, with 6 years of education where students typically stay in one classroom while different teachers come to teach various subjects. Each classroom has portraits of Kim Il-sung and Kim Jong-il, which students bow to before classes begin. Students are responsible for cleaning their classrooms, ensuring the portraits are spotless, with specific teachers assigned to check. The hallways also feature large oil paintings of Kim Il-sung, and students must slow down when passing by, or they risk being reprimanded by teachers. In daily life, gratitude education permeates everywhere in North Korea. There are only a few TV channels, constantly broadcasting the glorious deeds of the three great leaders, with little else shown. Announcers either energetically highlight the great leaders' wisdom and busy schedules or tearfully describe their hardships and efforts. In areas with frequent power outages where people can't watch TV, loudspeakers are placed on buildings or on trucks, broadcasting messages repeatedly. In North Korea, every significant city has at least one large portrait of the great leaders within a 5-kilometer radius and an eternal tower commemorating Kim Il-sung or Kim Jong-il's eternal life. Why eternal? The first great leader Kim Il-sung is the sun, and the second great leader Kim Jong-il is the guiding star. Both are divine beings descended to save the North Korean people, so they must be eternal. While Jesus resurrected 3 days after being crucified, such events are not considered miracles in North Korea. Official publications even reported that after Kim Jong-il's death, the entire earth mourned. Strange phenomena appeared in the sky, ominous clouds gathered, Mount Pictou emitted unusual sounds, and sparrows flocked towards the sun, not leaving until the next morning. All these are just a small part of North Korea's entire gratitude education system. Under such a system, how could the people not worship the great leaders? However, honestly speaking, this kind of gratitude patriotic education system in North Korea is easily debunked once exposed to the outside world. Meanwhile, the patriotic indoctrination systems in some other major countries are more complex and harder to see through. These systems can convince the populace that even military attacks on unrelated countries are the other country's fault, not their own country's act of aggression.